welcome everybody. My name's Jack. I'm an ocean bath practitioner, so I'll be taking us through our ocean bath today. So a little bit about me. I'm a yoga teacher and also a sound healer. I've been teaching yoga for 11 years and I've been doing sound healing for 6 years. So today we're going to go through a sound healing, a sound therapy session using the ocean drum. And the ocean drum over here is a yoga drum, ocean drum, and it's called Varuna. So the drum, Varuna, is so called Varuna, named after the god of the ocean. So the god of the ocean that's written about in the Vedas. So scriptures, the Varuna is also known by the name of the cosmic consciousness. And Varuna is known for as a god of justice. So Varuna, it washes away evil. Varuna is known to have 1,000 eyes, and that's because Varuna is omniscient and can see everything. Yeah, so nothing can cloud the judgment of Varuna. Varuna sees. And we're going to work with the element of water in this session. Water is a very cleansing element. It's an element that is very much tied with your creativity. It's tied with your emotions. It's tied with your sexuality. So I don't want to be placing expectations on what you might experience today, because it will be very personal to you and it will be your experience. So I invite you to receive the sound. We'll also go through our breath work as well, which can be very healing. A lot of people report this to be very peaceful, very relaxing, so we've got that to look forward to. So before we get started, I do just want to note that as we are working with the element of water, we're going to hear the sounds of the ocean. It can bring upon the need to go to the toilet. So if you need to go to the toilet, now will be a good time before we get started, and you're welcome to do so. If you feel you need to at any time, you can go to the toilet and just gently make your way back and try not to disturb anybody else. Okay. So we do have a few contraindications to doing this session. So if you have any particular fears surrounding water, big bodies of water, if you have any particular condition that might make it difficult for you to relax or focus, then you can let me know. Let me know before we get started. And of course we've got some benefits as well. So I mentioned about the benefits of peacefulness, relaxation. It's very much a healing process. And there's a lot of studies that have gone through this sound therapy with the ocean drum and the white noise with the ocean drum. They've shown that the theta state in the brain gets activated. See, these sort of brain waves that start, signals that start to get fired up, that bring you into the theta state, bring you into this place of dreaminess. So this dreaminess could be sleep dreaming, it could be daydreaming. It's really good for problem solving, and that, as mentioned, it's tied with creativity. So if you find you've got a rigid mind, or that you are struggling to solve a problem, this is something that helps to allow the mind to find adaptability. And of course, with all forms of meditation, there's benefits with memory, with the clarity of thought, with recall of information. 15 minutes of meditation a day can help with all of these cognitive abilities. So there's some really fantastic benefits to do this type of session. So I invite you to find a seated position which will allow for the best breathing. Yeah, so we want to try and sit ourselves up nice and tall. If you find that your knees are above your hips, then you can always drop your knees down to the ground. If that feels a bit challenging to do, you can sit on top of a cushion, you can sit on the sofa. Most important, that spine is nice and tall. You can open up through the chest and not feel any strain. And if there is any strain to stay seated, then do change your position. If you need to stretch your legs out in front, if you want to hold on to a knee and step one foot forwards, just know that these options are there for you. And now that you've found a comfortable seat that you can relax and focus in, I just want to give you a couple of minutes where you can close your eyes and to start to scan yourself. So this is scanning yourself on all of those various levels in your body, your thoughts, your emotion, just tuning in with yourself. So I invite you at this time to think about what it is that brought you here today, what you're looking to take away from today's session. I invite you to set a sankalpa. So a sankalpa, which is your personal intention, your personal focus, something that you would like to focus on. I would also like to incorporate a theme throughout today's session, and that theme is the theme of flow. Flow as in water, and flow as in the dance of life. So we'll move on to our breath work. If you feel you need to find any movements or stretches in your body, then do find those stretches, because when we go through our breath work, we want to try and avoid any restriction. So if there's any tension, tightnesses, or areas that might feel like they're not going to open up for your breath, then do find some stretches. So if you want to find a twist to the side, if you want to side bend over body, just open up your ribs a little bit. If your neck is feeling a little bit stiff, or maybe the shoulders, then do find any stretches that are going to benefit you before you do your breath work. And our first breathing technique will be Nadi Shodhan. So Nadi Shodhan or Nadi Shodhana is the alternate nostril breath. And this is so-called Nadi Shodhana because we are cleansing the nadis. So the nadis are your energy channels, of which we've got multiple thousands. I think it's 42,000 we're said to have, but we have a few main ones, and one of them is called Sushumna. This is the line at which your main chakras lie upon. It runs from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, and you've got interwoven on the left and right of this nadi to Ida, Pingala, and these are representative of your male-female energies. They're representative of your yang, your yin, your hard and soft. Of course, noting that we're made up of a balance between these things. And sometimes, like with life, we ebb and flow between these different parts of ourself, but we always return back to that central place. So as we go through Nadi Shodhana, we are cleansing the nostrils, we are cleansing the nadis, we're cleansing the airways. It's a really good way to find some focus and concentration. So I invite you to take your dominant hand, so for me that's my right hand. I'm going to place the thumb just over one nostril. Now you can rest your middle and your index finger on your eyebrow center. Place your ring finger on your opposite nostril. So we're going to press down with the thumb and take a breath out through the one side, followed by a breath in on the same side. Release your thumb, press down the ring finger, exhale one side. Inhale, same side. And continue for the next few minutes, balancing your energies, opening your airways. We're going to complete this cycle of breath as you breathe in through thumb side so that you've balanced sides. Release your hands to your knees and take a moment to notice any effects the breath may have had on you. As we move on to our next breath, we are going to go through a cleansing breath, our alkaline breath, a detoxifying breath. This is something I often run through my yoga classes, and we will take 6 of these breaths only. Now, before we do this breath, I'm going to offer you some essential oil. Now, this essential oil is eucalyptus oil, which is especially good for sinuses, so opening up the sinuses and clearing. So if you would like some oil, I invite you to turn the palm of your hand up. I'll place a drop in your hand, and once the oil is there, you can rub your hands together and hold in front of your airways. If you prefer not to have any essential oil, then please turn the palms of your hands down. Please be mindful not to rub your eyes once you've rubbed this oil into your hands. Resting your hands onto your knees or your lap. So you may wish to find a mudra. So if you're familiar with any mudras, this may be your Jal mudra, this may be a Jhana mudra, a Chin mudra. If you're unfamiliar with mudras, I invite you to place your left hand onto the center of your lap and place your right hand on top. You can bring the tips of your thumbs together. This is your Ghana mudra, which is the mudra of concentration. The points on this triangle that you create with your thumb tips and the most inner corners of your thumbs where your webbing is at. These corners represent yourself, your teacher, and your community coming together. Let's find our 3 big cleansing breaths. So there's a sharp inhale through the nose, and then as we breathe out through the mouth, we breathe out with a sense of release, with a big sigh, and you're welcome to make some noise. You're also welcome to do this quietly as well, but you can feel the weight lifted off you as you exhale. So we have 6 of these breaths. Let's take a big breath in. And just one more. Very slowly, a long breath in through your nose, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Keep breathing in, keep breathing in until your lungs are fuller, 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 fuller. Stop and hold the breath in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let that air out. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep exhaling until it's all out. Stop and pause. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeating. We breathe in slowly. Allow the air to fill your body, the energy entering, stopping and pausing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly out. This is called Kampaka. Kampaka is your breath retention, that moment of pause between the cyclic breath. So you can count your own Kampaka. You may count for 6, you may go for longer or less time, as long as you're experiencing that moment of stillness, that quietness, that point at which bliss can enter. Returning to a natural, steady breath for you that feels comfortable. So we are going to make our way into our sound meditation, our sound healing, our sound therapy. So I invite you to change your position. You may choose to stay seated for this time. You may choose to bring yourself onto your back and take a lay down. It's up to you in which position you find. If you have any issues with the lower back, then I'd suggest bending the knees and placing the feet flat. If you step your feet a little wider than the hips and let the knees fall into each other, that can help to prop up the legs. Or alternatively, you can place some cushions or pillows underneath your knees, making sure whichever position you're in is a comfortable one. So if you're laying down in Shavasana on your back, then I invite you to walk your shoulder blades close together. Feel your chest open up and allow your arms to rest away from the body, so not too close. With your palms facing upwards, this allows the back of your arms to fully release without any muscular tension. Make sure that the neck is not overstretched and you feel comfortable. Those of you that would like it, placing an eye pillow next to you, you have an option to block out the light if you wish. I'd like to share with you a poem. So this poem captures our theme of flow. This poem is called Just Let Go. Don't linger on what was back then. Time don't go back. It moves, my friend. Don't look to what you can't yet see. Time's here. Time's now. My friend, just be. Time is only half the deal. Friend, space makes whole, makes time come real. Friend, be on earth, not out in space. Ground yourself and find your place. I invite you now to be as one. Join here. Join now. Become wholesome. My friend, this ain't a joke. No poem or riddle. You have the time So don't think twice. I come to you with great advice. My friend, give in to flow. Be in the moment and just let go. beginning to take some deeper breaths. Bring your attention back into your physical self as you wiggle your fingers, your toes. You wake up your muscles. You can reach your arms past your head and find a nice long stretch through the body. Grabbing hold of the knees, just leaning from right to left, rocking side to side. Now, if you are laying down, you can roll over to your right side. You can remove the eye pillow, keep your eyes closed as you reflect on your practice. Anything you learnt about yourself, anything you took away from your intention, your sankalpa, and the theme of flow. You can make your way up into a seated position. If you're already sat down, lifting yourself up into a nice tall spine, perhaps finding a mudra like before. And we'll close our practice with 3 cleansing breaths. Breathing in through nose and out through mouth. Joining your hands together in the Anjali Mudra, also known as the Namaskar Mudra, hands together in prayer position. Bowing your forehead down to meet the fingertips. Namaste. You may blink open those eyes. And thank you all so very much for joining me, sharing your energy, sharing yourself and your time. I'm thoroughly grateful. Oof, I can feel the energy in the room. It's shifted. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So of course, if any of you have any thoughts, and they may take some time to come back to you. If you've got any feedback or if you have any questions, then I'm here for you. If any of you are happening to be driving after this, then please take your time. Get yourself the cold drink of water. Wake yourself up so that you're safe as you leave today's sessions. I'm going to be around so we can have a chit chat. There's also a book open on the desk at the back over there. So if you have any thoughts that are with you right now that you'd like to put down on paper, any feedback, anything like that, then that's there for you. But otherwise, we'll leave it there and have a wonderful evening, everyone.